Hello again, viewers, to the second ever Wilson's Workshop. I'd first off like to apologize for my voice. I am very sick right now. Second, from the first episode where we installed the Perfect Effect upgrade, I'd like to give a shout out and a thanks to one of the viewers. I'm looking at the comments and it's only coming up as like February Monday, but they were very helpful in helping me look at the upgrade and figure out some of the things where I went wrong, and also confirming whether Perfect Effect had made mistakes or not. So I appreciate that a lot, and thank you for everybody who watched. It seemed very successful. And finally, if you feel like you get any kind of enjoyment out of it and would like to support us, go ahead and support us on patreon.com/ShockinAuToyReviews. There's only a few tiers. You don't have to give us much. You don't have to give us anything. We're more than happy to give this to you for free, but there's some extra content that you can get if you decide to support us. If you feel that it's worth even $1, even one of your dollars to give to us and help us out to get you more content. But enough with the shilling for the money. What are we doing on this episode? Well, this episode I am going to show you how to fix loose joints with this. This is called Future Polish. It's made to shine and protect hard floors and stuff, but you can use it on your toys to tighten up joints, specifically ball joints. But actually I found that it works on almost any kind of joint except maybe like ratchets and stuff like that, even then. But I've had a lot of success with it. It's my go-to fix for when I've got floppy guys. This may be something that you viewers who are all toy people probably know how to do, but I'm going to show anyways, just in case there are people out there who don't know. So it's very, very easy. As you can see, shake this guy. You can see his legs up here at the hips are very loose, so it doesn't allow him to stand real well. This is one of those Gundam guys that you don't actually have to put together. It's for lazy people like me. Here's what's probably now the infamous Jazz. He's loose. Murphy's Law, if you shake something hard enough, it will move. So how do we fix that? Well, first you go ahead and you get your Future Polish, and if you're smart, you empty it into a cup. If you're like me, you just leave it in the bottle. You can either use two things. You can use cotton swab, or some people, I believe, also use a paintbrush. I've done both. I use both for different reasons. I mainly use a cotton swab though, just because if you look in the bottle, see that right there? That's the old paintbrush I used to use, and it was a broken paintbrush at the handle, and I can't get it out. So it's going to be a long time before I see that paintbrush anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start with this guy. Should have taken the weapons out of his hands, but who cares? Right here's where it's loose. It's not tight enough there for enough friction. So this is where we're going to be applying the Future Polish. And we get it on a Q-tip and just go to town. Just get all up in there. Don't be shy. It's just a toy. Oh, rub it. There we go. And then once you get it on there, move the leg around as much as possible so that Future gets spread all over that ball joint and everywhere. You want to try and get as much of a 360 as possible. You can even take the leg off sometimes if you feel it's really bad, which I sometimes do, but I'm also sometimes afraid that I'm going to break the ball joint. And then, yeah, go ahead, let's just put some in there. Just not be scared. I probably overdo it in my use of it, but I find that I'm usually happy with the results. And I've already done this guy. Alright, so we got that on that. We're just going to set him aside. Alright, moving on to Jazz here. I'm actually going to use a paintbrush on him. Paintbrushes are probably better when you want to get more specific and into the smaller areas. This is pretty much the same size. Just decided to use this paintbrush because I found it on my table and of course had no idea what it was for, so I said, what the hell, why use it for painting when I can use it to stick in a robot's crotch. Same thing, move it around, waka waka. And it's possible sometimes it's going to take more than one coat, so what we're going to be doing is going to be putting it on this, and then we have to let it sit for 24 hours. Which lets it dry up, and even when you touch the stuff, you can feel it. It gets kind of sticky, and so that's what it's doing, is it's coating up, is putting an extra coat of stuff on there to add more friction to those ball joints and everything. Got a hand here from a Pacific Rim guy. I know some people use nail polish. I haven't tried that myself, but I think it's the same kind of idea, that it adds a hardened layer. I've even heard of people doing super glue. So for example, they'd put a coat of super glue there and then let that dry, and then you would have your tighter joint. I'm not very confident with that. My luck with super glue is horrendous. True story, first time I ever tried to fix a toy with super glue, it looked like I used half the bottle to do it, and I was in my 30s. And lastly, here is the hand from the new TDW upgrade set for the Hasbro Combiner Dinobots. After playing with it, there is much needed tightening, especially this thumb just pops right out, and some of the stuff in here is a little loose. It's hard to see, but there's no ball joints in here. But I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna do a good swipe across there and in there. And like I said, like this to me fixes some of the looseness problems. Now this is not a permanent fix. Over time with movement and, you know, play, the polish is gonna rub off and it'll probably become loose again and you'll have to do it. But it lasts a long time, and for those who just display their toys and don't really move them around, it'll really help you get them into those poses that you want to. That's basically it. I'm gonna see how that works on these joints and hinges here. Like I said, there we go. Let's throw some in there too. Just a quick swipe. Can't hurt, right? That's what he says. Coming back, knowing that it'll probably be destroyed. So there we go. We've got that all applied. We're gonna wait 24 hours, come back and see how well it did. Maybe this is a complete waste of time. Alright, how about that? That was probably the quickest 24 hours ever. So anyways, let's go ahead and check the joints. Sometimes you'll hear a pop, and that's just the cracking of the future after it's hardened. But there, let's see, it's in good shape, see? See, that's a bit better. That's a lot better actually. This one especially, oh yeah, it's able to hold that better based on this base at least. And moving over here to good old little Jazz. Oh yeah, tight, see? Oh, this one, there we go. Yeah, a lot tighter, a lot better. A lot happier with that one too. Jazz can go aside, and then as you can see, I did the hands, of course, and the thumb. Yeah, it's a little better. I may give this one a second coat. And then in here, these are a lot tighter for sure. Yeah, same kind of thing. If you look close, you can kind of see the shine from the future where it's dried. It's a little loose, but I don't feel like that one's going to be falling out anytime soon. And these will hold their pose real nice, these fingers. So there you have it. That's the end of this Wilson's Workshop. Another good way to test the tightness of a joint is the famous Shockana 1 foot test. Sometimes if their hips can't hold it or their ankles can't hold it, they won't pass it. But these guys are looking good. I'm pretty happy with the way they turned out. Gotta go and fix a bunch of others. I hope this helped you out if you didn't know about this fix. If you did, well, sorry to have wasted your time. You probably didn't even watch it all the way through. But I appreciate everyone who did stick around and watch this. This show seems like it's something you guys enjoy. Once again, if you feel this is worth any of your bucks, go ahead and visit us at Patreon, and you can find us on Twitter. In the show notes will be Berg and I's social media contacts. And please feel free to leave comments below and give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends and family, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one.